In April 2026, over the skies of Iran, an aircraft that should have been retired was hit by enemy fire. It was slow, it was visible, and it was exactly where modern warfare says you should never be. Low, close, exposed. The missile struck, the pilot ejected, and for a moment, it seemed like the end of a machine that had already outlived its time. But that moment revealed something else. Because this aircraft was never built to dominate the sky, it was built to survive it. Welcome to Wartime Legends. This is the story of the A-10 Thunderbolt II and the war it was never meant to fight. Part 1. A gun that learned to fly. The A-10 did not begin as an aircraft. It began as a problem. How do you stop thousands of Soviet tanks rolling into Europe? The answer was not speed. It was destruction. At the center of that answer sat a weapon, the GAU-8 Avenger, a 30mm cannon capable of firing nearly 4,000 rounds per minute, armor-piercing shells designed to rip through tanks from above. Everything else came later. The fuselage was shaped around the gun, the landing gear adjusted for its massive drum. Even the nose was slightly offset, just to align the barrel perfectly. This was not a plane carrying a weapon. It was a weapon, given wings. Part 2. Engineered to survive. But firepower alone would not be enough. The A-10 was designed to fly into the most dangerous environment possible, low-altitude combat, where every rifle, every missile, every gun on the ground could reach it. So instead of avoiding damage, it was built to endure it. The pilot sits inside a titanium bathtub, armor thick enough to absorb direct hits. The fuel tanks seal themselves when punctured. The flight controls are duplicated, even triplicated. If hydraulics fail, the aircraft can still be flown manually. The engines are placed high and far apart, not for performance, but for survival. There are aircraft that avoid getting hit, and then there is the A-10, an aircraft that expects it. Part 3. The missions that proved it. Its true value was revealed in war. During the Gulf War, A-10 aircraft destroyed hundreds of Iraqi tanks, but the numbers were not what made it legendary. It was something else. Time. The A-10 could stay. While fast jets came and went, the Warthog remained overhead, watching, waiting. When troops called for help, it was already there. In the war in Afghanistan and the Iraq War, this became its defining role. Close air support. Not distant strikes, but presence. Part 4. The human factor. Flying the A-10 required something different. Not just skill, but judgment. Pilots operated close to friendly troops, close to danger, close to mistakes. Every decision mattered, and over time, the cockpit changed. After the 1990s, female pilots entered A-10 squadrons. Same aircraft, same mission, same risk. The Warthog did not adapt to them. They adapted to it. Low, slow, and always within range of the enemy. Part 5. The plane they tried to retire. For decades, the A-10 faced a different threat: obsolescence. The United States Air Force tried to retire it again and again. It was too slow, too vulnerable, too old. Modern war demanded stealth, speed, distance, and yet, every time it was about to disappear, war brought it back, because no other aircraft could replace what it did. Not perfectly, not completely. Part 6. From the B-25 to the Warthog. This idea was not new. Decades earlier, the B-25 Mitchell had undergone a transformation from bomber to low-level attacker, loaded with forward-firing guns, used to tear ships apart at close range. The philosophy was identical: close the distance, accept the risk, deliver overwhelming firepower. The difference: the B-25 adapted. The A-10 was built for it. Part 7. The war it was not meant to fight. In 2026, the A-10 returned to war, but not the war it was designed for. Not tanks in Europe, but drones, boats, and a contested sky over Iran. During the 2026 Iran conflict, A-10 aircraft were deployed to the Strait of Hormuz. Their mission: hunt fast attack boats. Small, fast, dangerous. They destroyed them with cannon fire and precision weapons. At the same time, the aircraft took on a new role: drone hunter, using guided rockets and cannon bursts to intercept low-cost threats. A Cold War tank killer, now fighting asymmetric war. And once again, it worked, because of the same reason it always had: it stayed. Part 8. The limit. The A-10 was built to survive, but not everything can be survived. In April 2026, that reality became clear. An A-10 was hit by air defenses. The pilot ejected, escaped, rescued. But the message was clear. Even as air superiority was maintained, aircraft were still vulnerable. The battlefield had changed. Modern air defenses, portable missiles, dense threat environments. The A-10 could survive damage, but now it faced something different. A sky that could deny it entirely. Part 9. Why it still matters. And yet, it remains, because the question has not changed. What happens when troops need help? Right now, not in 10 minutes, not from high altitude, but close, immediate, visible. The A-10 answers that question. Not perfectly, not safely, but reliably. It was never the fastest, never the most advanced, never the future. But war does not always reward the future. Sometimes it rewards what works. The A-10 was built for a war that never came. And yet, it keeps finding new ones and surviving them.
Thanks for watching Wartime Legends. We'll see you next time.